Peace, family. It's day 16, monumental day today, day 2 of the fast. It is also a holy day, right? If you're not familiar, 30 years ago today, October 16th, 1995, was the Million Man March. So today is a holy day in which we strive to atone for many of the things that we've done in the past. This is where we strive to reconcile and unify with one another, settle our differences, and be able to become a better people by striving to forgive one another, forgiving ourselves, and most importantly, finding ourselves in better union and forgiven by Almighty God, right? And we do that by prayer. We do that with treating each other better. We do that by settling our differences, overcoming a lot of those problems and mistakes that we make. That we do, whether we do it intentionally or unintentionally. We strive to make today an effort to right those wrongs, do something to be able to amend those broken relationships and amend those differences that we have. But that's what today is about. I'm out here just getting a few things done as I get my day started. We'll get in the gym later on today. Did not go this morning just because I had quite a few things to do this morning. But nonetheless, we're not making any excuses. It's day 2 of our 3-day fast. We're moving right along. We're not going to focus on it. We're just going to keep on pushing. But tap in, family. Day 16. Keep pushing for your goals. Keep working on yourself. And today, think about forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and then looking to be able to be forgiven by being apologetic, remorseful for the things that we may have wronged, whether we did it intentionally or unintentionally, but finding ways to heal those wounds and settle those differences so that we can come together as a people. So tap in, family. Day 16 of 90. We're making our way right on down, chip it away at one day at a time. Keep pushing for your goals. I'll tap in with y'all later. Peace. Peace, family. We tapped in. We're getting ready to go to the gym. But I wanted to share something with y'all. Was thinking and having a conversation with myself, and just thinking about like pressure that you can put on yourself, right? There's nothing wrong with putting pressure. There is a such thing as good stress. There is a such thing as good pressure. But I really want to speak on putting unnecessary pressure and stress on yourself. For me personally, I have a tendency to make things challenging for myself beyond what's necessary, right? Let's just speak in real time and let's speak straight words in context of what's going on, right? So I'm in the middle of another 3-day fast, which is the second one of this month. When I first was starting this 90-day challenge, and before I started the 90-day challenge, I said that I wanted to do at least 2 fasts a month, right? And the reason behind it was because, for one, the first fast was a reset to be able to change my diet. And then I thought I'll have another fast just in case I veer off from the vegetarian diet to eat meat, eat chicken, red meat, or something like that. And I use that second fast to help correct that, be able to cleanse the toxins that come from eating meat out the body. So that's the reason why I'm on this second fast that I'm on right now. When I think about it, right, and this whole process from the last fast to now, I have not had any meat, right? The point of the fast was being disciplined, right? Being consistent, being able to give myself a metric to be able to help myself stay on course, right? When I zoom out and I look at what I've done up to this point, I've been in the gym regularly 6 days a week. I've been eating right, eating clean, sticking to my 1 meal a day. I've been able to complete the first fast. I've been regular at documenting this process, being disciplined in capturing and posting. I've been disciplined in my workout. I've been disciplined in my eating. I've been disciplined in my habit stacking, right? So I asked myself, okay, so what will be the purpose? Why do I need to do another fast, right? And I really could not come up with another answer outside of the fact of this is a pattern of striving to do too much, right? Pushing myself beyond limits that I need to push myself to, challenging myself beyond what I need to challenge myself. And we can be, and I'm saying we, but I'm speaking to myself, and maybe this relates to somebody else, right? We can be our worst critics. So my feelings of not being disciplined enough turns into, I guess you could say, a form of self-sabotage where I'm pushing myself to be super disciplined, right? I'm pushing myself to be super perfect, when in all actuality, I'm doing a great job, right? This comes back to what I've shared before about, giving yourself grace and being able to understand that you are enough. You're doing a great job, patting yourself on the back, celebrating those small wins, right? So that's what I have to remind myself today. And I really came to that realization today in thinking about, why am I putting myself through another 3-day fast when the reason for having it, I have not had a setback on it, right? I have not slipped or veered from my diet. I have not veered or lost track of my regimen as far as working out and doing all of those things. So why do you need to put yourself through another challenge, other than the fact that in your mind, you're a perfectionist and you want to be in these extremes, right? And that's something that I'm working on, is giving myself more grace and not being so hard on myself, and being within reason as far as pushing myself and challenging myself. So I'm choosing to break my fast today, for that reason, to really give myself grace, and just continue to keep in my mind that I'm doing a great job, and really utilize what I was going to use a second fast for what it truly is. If I do veer off, okay, I'll take another fast. If I don't, then I don't need to do that. If I'm being disciplined, if I'm doing all the right things, and just keep moving and keep being disciplined, right? And just really keep it in the forefront of my mind, my why I'm doing things, and not justifying hurting myself or challenging myself to the extremes just to say I need to get to these extremes. So I just wanted to share that. Maybe somebody else does the same thing, and I just, maybe it can inspire somebody else, but I really wanted to document this thought process, because this is something that I'm building. I'm rebuilding and retraining myself and rewiring my brain. And part of that is undoing certain patterns that are damaging long term, right? Of putting myself through certain extremes, challenging myself beyond what's necessary, and not giving myself enough grace and being too hard on myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break my fast after my workout. We're going to get a good workout in today. And we're just going to keep pushing along. But I just wanted to share that truthful moment, be authentic and vulnerable in front of you all, that it's okay. At the end of the day, I can't continue to give myself a reason to beat myself up and say, well, I've already said I was going to do a 3-day fast. And being that I'm not doing the 3-day fast, I'm letting people down. I'm letting myself down. When in all actuality, I'm doing a great job. So I'm saying this to say, make sure you remind yourself that you're doing a great job, that you're enough. Give yourself grace. And as long as you're checking the boxes of what you said that you ultimately are trying to do, there's no reason why you need to continue to add more boxes or move the goalposts to make things harder just so as you can feel like you're doing something significant. You're already doing something significant by choosing to change your life, by choosing to change your diet, by choosing to improve your health. Let's just move forward and progress. So that's what we're doing. That was kind of a long-winded way of saying that give yourself grace, but I think it was important to kind of give a real-time experience of it's okay to make adjustments along your plan, especially when those adjustments are for the betterment of your mentality, the betterment of your emotional and physical health as well. And then ultimately just being able to just treat yourself better. That's what it's about. It's still the Holy Day of Atonement, right? It's still a holy day for me. And part of that is forgiving self, right? That's a part of atonement. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to forgive myself for pushing myself so hard, and making these extremes for myself, to make things difficult just to be, for the sake of making it difficult, just to prove to myself that I can do better when I'm already doing great. I'm gonna forgive myself. I'm gonna do something about it by breaking my fast and showing that I'm doing the right thing. I'm gonna break my fast in the right way, the healthy way, and just continue to appreciate the journey, right? So we tapped in. It's day 16, about to hit the gym. I will check in with y'all after we leave the gym. Peace. Heart open, free my mind. I see my thoughts floating, thought provoking. Prefer to listen, but I'm not soft spoken. Stop smoking, 3 years clean. Can't find a spot on them, not toting. My brother dead, they left his top open. Damn. That shook me back, focus, starting to see what's real, starting to take notice. Everybody led by temptation, don't wanna play Otis, but it's no do-overs when your curtain closing, and you can never be that man again. Stop posing, stuck in the past, hard to let it go when your thoughts frozen. Seem like God give his toughest trials to his strongest soldiers. My traumas keep me up at night like a couple Folgers, and you can never keep me down. I ain't never folding, never bending. I'ma keep on winning till my pockets bulging. You can never keep me down. I ain't never folding, never bending. I'ma keep on winning till my pockets bulging. Peace, family. We just wrapped up another great workout. On the way to figure out what we're gonna eat. No excuses. Great workout. Stayed in there for about an hour, maybe an hour and 25 minutes. I switched it up a little bit. Usually I go and do my cardio first to kind of get the blood circulating, but this time around I went ahead and got the weights out the way. You know, while the energy was high, I went ahead and pushed myself a little bit on the weights, and then finished up with a good run on the treadmill at the end. I kind of like that, so we may integrate that more often in the workout regimen, and switching it up from doing cardio first, then weights, and then switch it up to doing weights first, then cardio. But great workout. Now it's time to figure out what we're gonna eat, what we're gonna fuel up with. Definitely know I'm gonna make a protein shake tonight. And then I'm just gonna figure out what kind of meal I'm gonna have as well. But yeah, family, you know, every day is a stepping stone. Every day we are learning more about ourselves. Every day we're learning more about what it takes to improve self, and every day we're learning more and more how to take better care of self, especially from a spiritual, mental, and emotional level. Of showing grace. I'm gonna keep reminding myself of that, and I keep bringing it up because I want to keep reminding myself to show more grace to myself, forgive myself, and treat myself better. Definitely with that internal dialogue, but then also with those actions that back up the internal dialogue as well. So tap in, family. I'm gonna check in with y'all a little later before I close this down. But yeah, another great workout, day 16. We're gonna name this vlog later. I'm gonna tap in with y'all in a minute. Peace. Peace, family. Day 16. It is coming to a close. Man, great meal. Finishing up my protein shake. I had a vegetarian bowl from Meza. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mezeh. I highly recommend them. Nice vegetarian bowl with like a spring mix, some black lentils, cucumbers, tomatoes, cauliflower. I think they might have had some bell peppers in there as well. some spicy hummus and some pita chips to go along with it. Drinking my water. Got my protein shake. We added a banana to it as well. So well balanced, not too heavy. Like I said, coming off a fast. I believe it's up to, we made it to about 36, between 36 and 38 hours of a fast, which is good. It's commendable. Like I said, we celebrate the small wins, and we're just working on not putting so much pressure on ourselves and challenging ourselves beyond the limit, right? Patting ourselves on the back, giving ourselves grace, forgiving self, treating self better. We do that in so many different ways, in the way that we eat, exercising, and then most importantly, how we talk to ourselves, that internal dialogue, and then also, treating ourselves better as far as the grace part. All of that is important. But yeah, day 16, another beautiful day, productive day. Tomorrow, we're going to tap back in, get back in the gym, and it's Friday. So, we're going to make it a good day right before the weekend. And we just going to tap in one day at a time. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself. Keep working on your goals. The goal really is just to be 1% better than you were yesterday. We don't need to set the bar so high. We don't need to set unrealistic expectation for ourselves. We just have to work on progressing every day. And even if we don't necessarily make a movement forward, if we have a setback, if we have a plateau, we just learn from where we are, learn from what we did, and move forward. It's just not about repeating the same mistakes. We may make new mistakes tomorrow, but just striving not to repeat the same mistakes and learn from them, right? So tap in, family. We'll name this vlog later. Again, this is day 16. We're getting ready for day 17. But I'll tap in with y'all later. I appreciate y'all enjoying the ride. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share this out. I appreciate y'all support throughout all of this, watching it, subscribing. We're growing the subscribers. Hopefully soon we'll get to 100 subscribers. But we just gonna keep on posting. We're not focused on the numbers. We're just focused on the reps and putting up the content, and hopefully it is inspiring you to continue down your journey of self-improvement, as it is inspiring to me. It's holding me accountable. It's helping me show a lot about my growth and where I am and where I need to go and what I can improve on, what I'm doing great. So I encourage you to do the same in your way. Find a way to measure your progress, and so that you can look back on it and say, I did great. I'm doing good. Pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself, celebrate your small wins. But yeah, we in this together, this community. Again, we'll name this vlog later. I'll tap in with y'all tomorrow. Peace.